Hey up! Hey, welcome back! And at long last, a rideable day, smack in the middle of December. It stopped raining, the rain has washed the salt away, the roads are still wet, but you can't have everything. So mighty relieved to be able to get out on my Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650, and she's making a sweet sound, particularly now that I've fitted the DNA air filter. It's certainly made a difference to the induction noise on the bike. I hope you can hear that. Yes indeed, noticeable, audible difference. Can't say that I'm particularly noticing a difference in power. There may well be, but a little too nuanced for me to detect. Any road up. Now, as you can see, I've taken off the tall screen, and I may well put it back for the summer. Now, that might seem a little bit arse about face. Tall screen in summer, low screen in winter. But the problem is, as you may have seen on previous videos, this time of year that tall screen in no time at all gets absolutely filthy and obscures half the view. And I want to be able to bring you beautiful winter landscapes like this. So I've just bought this here cheap fly screen, 20 quid of a job, universal fly screen, off Amazon I think, and it's doing job. Right, so yes, the NA air filter fitted, nice sound, and hey, you might be able to see there, maybe not, them there Union Jack knee pads that I put on, that a couple of folk thought looked daft at the angle that I put them on, and I can see what you mean. I tried them, you know, with trying to get the bottom of those parallel with the straight line of the bottom of the tank, but there isn't a straight line to the bottom of the tank on this Super Meteor in the way that there is on the Interceptor, for example. But anyway, well, I say I've taken them off, they all but fell off, and what happened is, well, I put them on and then I went back in the garage 3 days later, and they'd started to come away, even though I meticulously prepared the surfaces. They started to delaminate, but it wasn't the pad delaminating from the tank, it was the adhesive delaminating from the pad, both sides. And I suspect what's happened there is, because normally with these things, you know, these things that stick to bodywork for motorcycles, they normally have that red backed 3M tape, which is super strong. But those didn't. It were like a clear gel adhesive. And I think what's happened is, I've put the pads on, and obviously it's the middle of winter, and it's been absolutely pissing it down for days on end, so there's been a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, and I think because I've actually fitted them in those conditions and then just shut the bike in the garage, it's created the ideal environment for moisture in the air to condense on the surfaces and to delaminate the gluing surface from the pad itself. So anyway, I took them off, it wasn't too difficult. Hot air gun, easier way with a hot air gun, and came off the treat. So I binned the adhesive, and what I may well do, well, I can either leave them off altogether, or if I particularly feel that I want them, because I did think they look good in and of themselves, I'll get some proper 3M double-sided adhesive tape and maybe reattach them that way. So that's hey, that's what happened with the old knee pads. I'm not saying they're a load of shite because they come unstuck. I'm saying if you're going to fit them at this time of year, just bear in mind that this is a possible consequence. Now then, oh, here's some news for you. Santa's come early to the Wheeler household. Hey, and I've got a new bike. Yes. Oh my lord, as I have alluded to, perhaps not so subtly in recent videos, I've been on the lookout, and I went down to the NEC to see if anything jumped out at me, and 2 or 3 did, but none of them are the bike that I've ended up with. So towards the end of this video I shall show you said bike. I'm not going to do any silly reveals, you know, like whipping a cover off it and drum roll and all of that. But just for a bit of fun, and for the rest of this video, I will invite you to speculate as to what it is, and then you get the answer at the end. And and I should point out at this stage, this is a new additional bike, back to 3 bikes. The Super Meteor is still well and truly here, as you can see, and the Honda ST1300 Pan-European ain't going anywhere. So I have bike number 3. And what clues can I give you? Well, yeah, of course it's a modern classic. It's a retro. It's a brand new bike. It's not a used bike. It's brand spanking new. Got delivered on Wednesday, and I'm recording this on Saturday, so I've had it 3 days. And I'm not going out on it until I've fitted the crash bars, the engine bars, and the Givi pannier frames, like I've got on this, so that I can use my Givi luggage, because I need luggage for when I go touring, but I need luggage day to day to carry the camera equipment, obviously, and all the spare batteries and all the rest of it, tripods and selfie sticks and all of that. So I need luggage, and I'm not a lover of top boxes, particularly on modern classic bikes. I think they look a bit gem, as we used to say in Yorkshire, look a little bit gem. But yeah, so it's a modern classic. Clue number 1, it's a modern classic. Of course it is, what else would it be? So 2 modern classics in the garage now, because I do class this bike as a modern classic. I know some people don't. Aye, so that's your first one, which doesn't really narrow it down massively, does it? Well, I suppose it narrows it down to a few manufacturers. Yeah. Aye. Oh, and I love it to bits already. I just love the look of it. And it's like I said in a previous video, like Derek Matthewson says, Uncle Derek, on Bangers and Cash, you buy a car or a bike from 20 feet away, which is exactly what I did here. And it's less about what you read about it and the performance data and the country of manufacture and power, you know, top speed, handling, all of those. It's less about that and more about whether it tickles your pickles. And if it tickles your pickles, it's the bike for you. And hey, this here bike most definitely tickles my pickles, if that ain't too much information for you. Right, let's nip across here. This is the path of the new stretch of the A59 being built here. So the bike's going to get absolutely lardy up here, but it's a bit of a nicer scenery for you. So if you come this way, It's blubber houses from Otley, and then just do a dog leg across the A59. And this will bring us out eventually at Stonehouse Crossroads, for those of you familiar with the geography. So yeah, yes, the bike tickles my pickles. Excellent news. Modern classic. What else can I tell you? Well, the bike is going to feature significantly on the channel come the new season, and maybe even in the next couple of months. I've got the pannier frames for it already from Sports Bike Shop. That come next day. But I ordered the crash bars for it, and without thinking realised I'd bloody ordered them from a company that I think's based in Spain. The price were good, and then it transpires that they're in stock in the UK, and I could have had them the next day as well, from a company called Native Viking that's showing them in stock. But anyway, it's too late now. I parted with my shekels, and they reckon should be here early January, but I can't see me wanting to take it out prior to then, so it's no great shakes. So yes, don't want to take it out until I've got the crash bars on, for obvious reasons. Oh, and clue number 2, this particular bike, God forbid if you were to drop it, is probably one which, as a consequence thereof, would suffer significantly more engine damage than most. Oh, I think I might have given too much away there, I don't know. What else can I say? I don't want to string this out in too much of a pantomime fashion that will sound like I'm indulging myself and teasing you. Just a bit of fun, bit of Christmas fun. It's a well-established motorcycle brand, so it is not a recent pop-up Chinese brand. It's not a new kid on the block by any means. It's a well-established, well-known manufacturer. You might have got it by now. You might have got the make, you might not have got the model. Although modern classic, yeah, you probably have got the model. Aye, any road up. What else? It's a special edition. Yeah, let me put it that way. It's a special edition. So of the make and model in question, this one is a newly arrived special edition model. Right, what else? Oh, it's got, over and above the more standard models of this particular bike, it's got some fairly trick paintwork and badging, and it has got, what else has it got? As a consequence of being the special edition, I mean, brain fade. Look at this Thrushcross Reservoir, winter sun. Look at this scenery. How beautiful is this, eh? How beautiful. Welcome back to the Yorkshire Dales. And the reservoir is full to brim. Not surprisingly. Yeah, so special edition, yeah, so a bit of special badging, bit of trick coach work on it, and I suppose that's about it really. That's the case with special editions, isn't it? Yeah. Other clues, it doesn't have spoked wheels, it's got cast wheels and tubeless tyres. That's the special edition. And let me see what else. I suspect by now you're probably getting it, and if you haven't, then these next couple of lines, if this don't give it to you now, this next succession of words, if you don't get it now, you're not you're obviously not a lover of modern classic motorcycles. Right, so I'll leave the absolute showstopper till last, so you can get it straight away then. It's black. It's black. It's a V-twin. How's that? It's black. It's a V-twin. It's a well-established motorcycle make. It's a special edition. You've got to be getting it. Right, next to last, and really narrows it down, this engine size, 850cc. Now I think one bike and only one bike can tick all the boxes that I've just mentioned, so you should have it by now. But the last one, hey, you've got to get it after this one. It's shaft drive. Right? It's shaft drive. And it's a V-twin. Not going to say any more. But of course, you'll be able to see whether you're right and at what point you were right at the end of this video. Yeah, so I'm delighted to welcome to the channel a third bike, back to 3 bikes. And I have to say, the character, and it's a bit of a nebulous concept, isn't it, when it comes to bikes or anything else that, you know, for that matter, character. And it can often be a smokescreen for something generally considered to be undesirable on a bike, but not in this case. It's got character. It's got rock and roll. It's got basso profundo. This special edition has got an uprated exhaust system in collaboration with a well-established and well-respected exhaust manufacturer for motorcycles. Oh yes indeed, and it sounds awesome and it feels awesome. And the soundtrack from that bike, when I'm out and about doing this kind of video, I don't think there'll be any need for any music, because it is music in its purest rhythmical form. Reek Gradley. So I'm just going to sit back now, let you enjoy some of this winter sunshine and Yorkshire scenery for a few minutes, and then we'll have the grand reveal. And I think we'll play out with said grand reveal, so I think I'll wind it up there for today. The new season is not quite just round the corner, but it's only sort of 3 months away basically, and let us hope and indeed pray that the weather next spring and summer is better than it was in 2023. Because with all this hullabaloo about global warming, somebody's obviously missed out the United Kingdom. Because we're coming for a special treatment from the rain gods this year. Yeah, so thank you ever so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. It makes a massive difference to me. And yeah, until the next time, ride safe, be kind, and I'll see thee.